Let's try this problem. In the election for class president, 1,450 votes were cast. Each vote was either for Mina or Kyle. Mina received 174 more votes than Kyle. What percent of the 1,450 votes were cast for Mina? Okay, so for this problem, we're going to underline what we need to know, okay, what the question's asking, and that is what percent of the 1,450 votes were cast for Mina, okay? So if we want to know that percent, all we're going to do is just write a ratio, and that is our numerator being the number of votes cast for Mina over our denominator is the total number of votes cast. And then because it wants it as a percent, we need to multiply it by 100. So if we can just get this number of votes cast for Mina, and get the total number of votes cast, then we can and then multiply it by 100, then we can get the answer. So the total number of votes cast is actually already given to us. It's 1,450. So now all we need is the numerator, okay? So the number of votes cast for Mina. So we do have a second piece of information besides the fact that 1,450 votes were cast, and that is that Mina received 174 more votes than Kyle. So let's come over here and let's say that we've got Mina, we want to know how many votes Mina got, and we've got Kyle, and we want to know how many votes Kyle got. Okay, well, if we have a total of 1,450 votes, watch this. What if we divide that number by 2? Okay, and that's going to be 725. So let's use that as our starting point. So Mina has 725 votes and Kyle has 725 votes. Now, obviously, that's not the case because then it would be a tie and it would be 50%. So clearly, Mina has more, 174 more. Now, what if we did this? And this is what I see many students do when I work on problems with them like this. What if we just add 174 to Mina and subtract 174 from Kyle? So that's going to give Mina 899, and it's going to give Kyle 551, which actually is a difference of 348. So Mina has 348 more votes than Kyle in this case. So that's not happening, and this is a common error. Students think, oh, it's 174 more, so I'm just going to add 174 to one, subtract 174 from the other, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But that's not going to work because then, we calculated incorrectly. We had a spread of 348. So what about this? What if instead I take 174, whoops, got to go back to my pencil here, take 174, and I divide that by 2. That'll give me 87. So if I want 174 vote difference, I could add 87 to Mina and subtract 87 from Kyle. So now Mina is going to have 812 and Kyle's going to have 638. And if you quickly do the math, you know that means that Mina has 174 more votes, which we should have known because we knew we added 87 to one, subtracted 87 from the other, but you can always check just to be sure. So now we know that Mina has 812 votes. So we just put that in our numerator. And then we multiply that by 100. So 812 over 1,450 times 100 is going to equal 56. So the answer to this problem is B, 56%. Okay, so again, this is the key part. When you know that there's a difference, that somebody received X number more votes or whatever it is, start at the split, pretend it's 50-50, and then take the difference in votes, divide it by 2, add that to the person that got more and subtract that from the person who had fewer votes, and then you'll have that 174 vote spread. Very good.